That's how it works. Okay, so you gotta play the intro, got it. Hi guys, it's your guy Greg Giants here, finally going live for a second time now. Honestly, I'm just happy to be here. I wanted to do the Giants post-game separate from this, but I just didn't have any opportunity to. But before I even get into the Giants post-game, I want to get into NFL Plus for a minute. Because unfortunately, when the Giants played the Vikings the preseason week 1, I had work. So I was really getting excited, trying to get my work done early so I could take my break and lunches and things like that and watch this game. The second I tried to use NFL Plus and I tried to sign in and do all that, it would not work. It would not work one iota. So I ended up finding out later, though, that NFL Plus was having a lot of problems and it wasn't working for multiple people. So to NFL Plus and NFL Network, you want us to pay for this subscription, this bullshit. Have your shit working, especially when it's a Saturday and you know the majority of your preseason games are going to be on. So $7.99 pretty much down the shitter. I still have it because I want to watch the other 2 preseason games, but really that shit just really pissed me off a lot. Like, I legitimately was rushing through my work just to be able to watch these preseason games, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But these preseason games, more technically the Giants preseason game, it wasn't really all that interesting, but I still want to talk about it anyway, before I get into the fun thing, the second part of it. But I'm just going to go in order from what I liked I'm just going to go in order from the positions and things like that. Starting with the quarterbacks, Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart was fine, 3 for 4. You can't really tell a lot with the footwork and things from 4 pass attempts, but absolutely threw a beautiful touchdown pass to Malachi Fields. I thought that was a perfect throw right to him. Not a lot of people, that was like their 3rd string corner or whatever. At the end of the day, I don't give a damn. That was an absolute perfect throw, only where his wide receiver could get it. So, good shit, Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, to me, I wish he would have been out a little bit longer, but he had, I believe, like 2 series. That Vikings defense, regardless of who's in there, Brian Flores is a great defensive coordinator. Now, I did hear some complaints, like Brian Flores shouldn't have been blitzing that much. He still has a hatred for the Giants. I mean, look, that's what Brian Flores does. He's just going to blitz a bunch, exotic looks. And by the way, it's the preseason, so he wasn't going all out. But at the end of the day, Brian Flores is Brian Flores. With the Tyrone Tracy thing, Tyrone Tracy just needs to block. Like, I'm guessing watching that play, he was supposed to go out to the right for a pass. People were saying it's a screen. I don't think it was a screen. I think he was just supposed to go out in the flat to receive the pass. But at the end of the day, I guess his other assignment was to pick up that, I believe, wide linebacker if he was going to blitz or not, and Tracy just missed it. He tripped. He tried to get back to block. The guy was too late. I believe his name was Jay Ward, ended up a massive hit on Jackson Dart. And Jackson Dart wasn't moving for a couple of seconds. Like, he wasn't moving at all. So at the end of the day, yes, it's preseason, and yes, I understand a lot of Giant fans' concerns that he needs to stop going to 10. They need to stop babying him. At the end of the day, if you're not moving for like a couple of seconds at all, yeah, you got to go to the tent to get checked out, because at the end of the day, we need to prioritize player safety. Now, I get it, though. It gets annoying. Like, especially if you're, like, in the red zone or you're having a drive in the regular season or whatever, and your quarterback has to go to the tent. It's a pain in the ass, but again, it's the player safety at the end of the day, and that's all there is to it. So people just need to get over it and just let it go. The NFL is going to prioritize the player safety first. Not to mention, it's not just the NFL. They have, I believe, doctors and shit on the sidelines in the NFL offices telling these teams or the referees to take the players off the field. So at the end of the day, it's not the player's decision. It's not even the coach's decision. It's their decision to protect the players of all 32 NFL teams. Now, on the other hand, though, I will say there are some instances where it's like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, or those quarterbacks take a hit, and sometimes they don't come off the field. That needs to start happening a lot more. It can't just be Jackson Dart. But at the end of the day, Jackson Dart has a history of could he be concussed? Even though they checked him 6 times and I don't think he had a concussion, you still have to check him anyway. But Jackson Dart's reckless. He takes reckless hits. Jay Ward absolutely destroyed him. People at the stadium thought he was dead. But I wasn't there, but a lot of people said that. Again, just got to watch out for a quarterback. And especially, it's the preseason. Who cares? And he ended up coming back in like a play or two later and threw that touchdown Malachi Fields. But at the end of the day, would you rather Jackson Dart have to go to a blue tent for a play or two or a drive? Or would you rather have to lose him for like 2 or 3 games because he has a concussion? Or it could be longer than that. It just depends how long these concussions linger for. But at the end of the day, we need to take care of our quarterback. This is not football in the 80s. This isn't the 90s. This isn't even the 2000s and even the early 2010s. These teams, not really, but the NFL and the doctors on the sidelines and shit are going to take this a lot more seriously than they did once before. And that's just the way it is. So people just need to get over it. Rather than that, though, I thought Jackson Dart was fine. Again, 3 for 4. You can't really judge a lot off of that. I wish he would have thrown more. The play calling I thought was all right, but again, just new system, all that. They're not doing too much. They're not giving a lot away. Just basic vanilla things. But at the end of the day, I thought Jackson Dart looked good compared to other quarterbacks around the league. So I'll take that. Moving on, Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston, I thought did fine. I don't have the numbers on me, but he was throwing the ball well, all that stuff. Don't really have much to say about Jameis, but the quarterback I really want to get into, Brandon Allen. And Brandon Allen was so absolutely dreadful and horrible that the Giants ended up signing a quarterback. I believe he was on the Saints at one point. That was Jake Haener. But Brandon Allen should not be on this team. Brandon Allen pissed me off, not because of like the picks or whatever, which the picks were annoying, but at the end of the day, he was so incompetent. We could not see any progression from the receivers, from anybody, because he was horrible. He could not hit a pass. He could not do anything. And honestly, he really was a cock block for Dominic Zavada, who I wanted to see kick field goals, but I'm going to end up getting to him now. But I'm glad we have Jake Haener, some quarterback competition, because Brandon Allen, look, if Jackson Dart and Jameis Winston get hurt, the season's over. I'm not expecting Brandon Allen to do anything, but dude, you gotta complete passes. I think that's, hey, Trent, what's up, man? Hey, I'd like to come on and talk ball with you. I'm still trying to work these things out. Probably the next time I go on, I'll ask people if they want to come on. Like you, my brother from another mother, Spunky 1991. But again, I'm just trying to navigate all this shit right now. Trying to do a little bit more each time I go live. But I'd love to have you on, Trent. Just probably not today, though. Anyway, like I was saying, though, the Giants quarterbacks. If Brandon Allen has to start a game, the Giants season's over. Like it's completely dead and over. So I don't really care about Brandon Allen, but dude, complete and other shit. He fucking sucked. He was just terrible. I think he had the worst PFF quarterback grade, which it's like PFF grain of salt. But if you actually watched the game, he was awful. He was just awful. So we'll see what Jake Haener can do if he plays in the second game at all against the Miami Dolphins on Saturday. But, it just is what it is. I will say, though, John Harbaugh isn't putting up with shit. Tyrone Tracy blows a block, Giants sign Najee Harris. Brandon Allen plays like shit, Giants sign Jake Haener. So hey, he's not fucking around. These players need to play. Because that the Tyrone Tracy block was unacceptable. But at the end of the day, he made a mistake. Brandon Allen, on the other hand, I just thought was worse. Like, Brandon Allen, man. Damn. Just absolutely damn. Running back wise, Cam Scatterboo, I thought he did pretty well. There were some times the offensive line didn't give him a hole and he still plowed through. But I mean, Cam Scatterboo's going to be fine. He looks healthy, which is the encouraging thing. He looks almost 100%. Really love seeing that shit. Now let's see here. Dart and Fields connection should be deadly in the red zone this year. Yeah, I really do think so. Rather the Giants play him at wide receiver too, which I don't know if they're gonna do that. And honestly, I hope they don't. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on the kid, especially just like in college, he wasn't the best contested catch wide receiver and all that. At the end of the day, it is one game. I want to see what he does versus Miami and the Jets, but I'd just like to see Malachi Fields come in on like red zone and things like that. He'll definitely be in on first and second down as probably the best run blocking wide receiver we do have because of that excellent size at 6'4", which I love tall wide receivers. But so we're gonna see though. I'd like for him probably be like wide receiver 4 this year. I think that would be good for him. So he's not a starter, but he could come in key situations that we could make him thrive. But now, running backs again, like Scatterboo, I thought was fine. Tyrone Tracy, I didn't think did all that much. And again, that block really emphasizes like it was that bad. You can't miss that. But I still love and believe in Tyrone Tracy. Tyrone Tracy's are everything back. He's gonna give you some speed. He's gonna give you some power, some shake and bake ability, make people miss. So then Dante Miller, he ended up getting hurt, I believe. So that was also another reason this Giants signed Najee Harris. And I'm trying to think of any other running backs really. Don't really have any. Tight ends, Isaiah Likely caught 2 third-down conversions. Isaiah Likely, more likely than not, no pun intended there, is going to be Jackson Dart's second target if behind Malik Neighbors, his safety blanket, going to get open on a drag route, going to get open on a slant, going to on a dig route on a comeback. Isaiah Likely is going to be that guy that can get Jackson Dart out of difficult situations. So I thought Isaiah Likely looked good this game. Theo Johnson, more of the same. He didn't do too much, but he didn't drop a pass, which is what I said. I think that was number 8 on the top 10 things I wanted to see. He didn't drop a pass. Run blocking I thought was fine. Encouraging from the tight ends. Manhurts, I don't know if Manhurts played, but probably didn't really do much of anything. Let me see. Offensive line. Andrew Thomas didn't play. John Runyon played for like a series or 2. He was okay. Jermaine Illuminor played. He was all right. Again, the starting offensive line was okay. No Schmitz. Brian Hudson, I will say, our third string center because Lucas Patrick was out and Schmitz was out. He actually did look good. So rather the Giants ended up keeping him, or we could trade him like we did Daniel Faalele today for something. Man, he looked fine. We'll see what happens the next 2 games, but encouraging. The Giants' offensive line and their offensive line depth honestly looks better at any point than it has probably last decade. I mean, like J.C. Davis also played awesome, who I'm very high on. Now, when I watched one play, I thought he lost. But at the end of the day, he played fine. It was more Daniel Faalele that just completely blew the block and then screwed up J.C. Davis. But J.C. Davis played fine. I love J.C. Davis. And also, I think that's part of why we traded Daniel Faalele away. Like, Evan Neal, as much as I hate him, he's more on the second team now, so he's going to probably make the team. J.C. Davis is a beast. Marcus Bowe is a beast. I mean, the offensive line, it looks good. It's like if So if Andrew Thomas goes down, which, he has a history of going down with injury, the offensive line shouldn't completely implode and explode all over itself. But we'll see what happens. But I thought the offensive line didn't do bad. Maui Noah was very up and down. Like, a lot of people were saying he was great. I'm not going to go that far. I did see he got beat inside, I think like 2 or 3 times by a swim move. Just leaning too far, extending way too much. But again, he's never played right guard before. This was his first NFL action at right guard, so he still has a lot to learn. But at the end of the day, I think he'll just get better each game he plays. I love Maui Noah just as much as I do Reese. But trying to think of anything else. Quarterback I covered, running back. Fullback, Patrick Ricard opening up holes. Again, I knew the Giants were going to sign him, so that doesn't really surprise me at all. But he's opening up holes. I love seeing the I formation. I love having a fullback on this team again. Ever since Madison Hedgecock and I guess Bear Pasco would sometimes play fullback, even though he was the tight end, I miss having a fullback. Even though it's kind of outdated in today's NFL, love having Patrick Ricard on this team, just opening up some holes for Scatterbo, for Tracy, for Dante Miller, probably now Najee Harris, all that. Now, shifting over to this defense. Now, this defensive line, we did not have DJ Reader and Shelby Harris, I believe, did not play. At the end of the day, though, if DJ Reader and Shelby Harris goes down, this defensive line was not great against the run. I mean, like, holy crap. Again, these are like backup guys, but the Vikings were doing whatever they wanted, especially like the first 2 drives. It was bad. It was just absolutely bad. They wanted to run power, they could run up the middle, they just did anything and everything to the Giants. It was really bad. Like, we just gotta pray they can stay healthy. I mean, Arvell Reese, again, I'm gonna get into the linebackers. They can only do but so much, but the defensive line, though, stop letting them create these holes. I hate just crap. But to the linebackers, and I guess technically Josh, I forgot his name on the defensive line, Josh Tupe or whatever his name is, I can't remember. He had 2 tackles for loss, so on and so forth, but he's a backup defensive lineman. He'll probably make the team. But again, I just need these guys to stop the run. That's it. Linebacker-wise, Arvell Reese up and down. I thought he had a good game, though. He plowed through one of their, I think, tight ends or fullback for a tackle, maybe a tackle for loss, but Arvell Reese is an animal. I love Arvell Reese. He's great. Tremaine Edmonds, he did not play this game, which sucked. Micah McFadden made some plays, but also missing some tackles. I need him to be a better tackler this year, but maybe it just is what it is with Micah McFadden. As much as I hate it, just make tackles, man. Like, seriously, that's all us Giant fans want. Just go out there and make tackles. Like, Jesus. Man. And then the secondary, and I don't think Holland played. Adebo did not play. So it was Colton Hood, it was Deontay Banks, Tyler Nubin, then the backup guys. Like, Colton Hood, I think, gave up 2 receptions for 25 yards. He was targeted 3 times. He's got to get better. Deontay Banks committed 2 penalties, one of them a clear penalty, and then another one was, ticky-tacky by the refs, which I also do want to bring up the refs. The refs were very flag-happy this game to a point where John Harbaugh was screaming on the sideline. But again, it just is what it is. Just don't commit penalties. I think the Giants and Vikings, I think, combined for 14. Or the Giants might have had a 14 and it was 7 on the offense, 7 on the defense, something like that. But, like, we got to stop with the penalties, especially the pre-snap penalties. Like, I don't want encroachment, false start, none of that shit. That's preventable. Like, the other things could be in the ref's hands sometimes, but it's like, again, we just got to limit the penalties. I wish I would have said that the other video I did a week ago, but I really didn't think of it. Speaking of one of the other things I mentioned, I said I really hope we don't get any injuries, and for the most part, we didn't. A little, maybe a guy or 2 banged up here and there, but nothing minor. But really, no season-ending injuries like some other teams have suffered. Like, I think Texans wide receiver Jalen something, I think he went down with a torn ACL, so that sucks for him. Like, things like that. I heard Tyler Warren for the Colts, he got hurt today, but I don't really know much about it. But at the end of the day, just no major injuries for this Giants team so far, and I hope that continues. But maybe it's the conditioning that's helping, because usually we would have suffered a season-ending injury by now in the preseason. Now, I don't count our defensive tackle and trying to think of I know two guys suffered season-ending injuries, but that was I think one of them was the spring, and then one of them was training camp. But again, rather than that, though, really no injuries this preseason game, so that's the show I like to see. And then just to wrap up with the secondary, Deonte Banks, again, penalty, 2 penalties. One of them not really a penalty. The other one, he's got to get better. Tyler Nubin's just Tyler Nubin. Yeah, Colton Hood, I said that already. But pretty much, look, it's the preseason. It's the first game. Usually the second preseason game, since there's not 4 anymore, is the dress rehearsal game. So I don't know what the Giants are going to do. We have a joint practice with the Miami Dolphins tomorrow in Miami. So I don't know what John Harbaugh is going to do. I don't know if he's going to play the starters on Saturday for a half. I don't know if he's going to play them for a quarter. I don't know if he's going to play them at all. Which I still think I would play the starters at half just to see what you have. Again, I want to see Jackson Dart throw the ball more. 4 attempts is not enough, honestly, to judge anything. But again, and this is also not a very good Miami Dolphins team. So I would like to see what the Giants offense and defense do in these joint practices, especially. But then the game as well. It's going to be fun to see what this team does Saturday at 4 o'clock against this Miami Dolphins bunch. I mean, shit. Then we have the Jets the very next week, and then I think a week and a half after that, we got football. I mean, it's just, I can't believe how unbelievably quick this has gone. I went from ranting about us hiring John Harbaugh, well, really ranting about the Giants 2025 season, to hiring John Harbaugh, going through free agency, going through the NFL draft, going through training camp, now preseason. I mean, I can't believe we're almost there already. Time really does fly. It honestly just really does. But going back to the offensive line for a minute. Speaking of offensive line, I mentioned everybody really but Daniel Faalele. Daniel Faalele, in the series or two he was in, was absolutely awful. I told you guys about the play he blew up and just got beat, caused a sack, caused J.C. Davis to be a little bit off balance because of that. But the reason I bring up Daniel Faalele specifically, as you see in the title of the second half of it, today at like 10 or 11 o'clock, the Jacksonville Jaguars traded a draft pick to the New York Football Giants for Daniel Faalele. Now, when I first saw this, I kind of thought it was bullshit. But as I'm waiting for more information, I saw it actually happened. And I honestly can't believe the Jacksonville Jaguars could have been that stupid to trade for Daniel Faalele. Now, seeing what I see on here, let me see if I can find it. This was the official one. If it's on my thing here. This guy, Ryan Halloran, he was the one that broke what the draft compensation was, that the Jacksonville Jaguars gave the Giants a 2027 6th-round pick to the Giants. Now, this really makes me happy because, first and foremost, this is supposed to be one of the most stacked drafts in recent memory, probably like the 2011 class or some things like that. But I mean, yeah, 6th-round pick, that doesn't seem like much, but you could get a special teams contributor. You could get a really good backup with a 6th-round pick if you know what you're picking, if you know what you're looking for. I thought we were going to get like in conditional 7th. I thought at best we were going to get a pick swap. No, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Timmies of the NFL, gave us a 6th round pick. Sorry about that. A 6th round pick straight up for this fucking bum. For this fucking bum that can't block. The Baltimore Ravens fan base wanted this guy killed. I just mean, and me, I made my own video when we signed him. I knew it was gonna happen, ranting that we actually signed this guy, all just for the Giants to end up trading him after like 2 series in a preseason game to the Jacksonville Jaguars for a 6th round pick. And now a lot of Giant fans on Twitter are absolutely just killing the Ravens fans. But at the end of the day, I understand this from a Baltimore Ravens perspective. I would have been absolutely fucking infuriated too if I had to deal with this bullshit for 2 or 3 years. This fucking loser guard that couldn't block, couldn't do anything. Like this big 6'8" piece of shit that literally was just useless. You make us suffer with him for 2 to 3 years. You then get fired, go to a new team, take him with you, and then immediately after 2 series in a preseason game, ship him off to Jacksonville. So, yes, I guess Baltimore Raven fans are crying, but I would be crying too. Like, that's complete bullshit. I would be pissed off too if I was a Ravens fan. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You have my MVP quarterback and Lamar Jackson have to deal with this bullshit, constantly getting his ass whooped on the inside, play in and play out, just to then get fired, leave, take Faalele with you because the Ravens didn't want him anymore, just to then trade him immediately. So, I mean, damn. From a Giants perspective, it's funny as hell, but I get the Ravens fan base. I would have been pissed too. Like, you couldn't have traded him when you were still with us. You couldn't have traded him after that. After a full year, you couldn't have seen this. I mean, just like shit. Again, I would just be absolutely furious if I was the Ravens too. I mean, like, fucking Christ, man. I mean, just like, damn. But at the end of the day, this is such a huge win for the Giants. Because we already don't have a 7th round pick because that was part of Darren Waller trade, which I still don't blame Joe Shane for because that should have worked out for us. But Darren Waller was just washed at that point. It just is what it is. It was a good trade at the time, and I would have done it 100 out of 100 times because before that, like just 2 years before that, when we made that trade, this man was a top 10 tight end. So again, I don't get mad at Joe Shane for that trade, but so at least now, instead of having just 1 6th round pick, we now have 2 6th round picks, replacing pretty much that 7th round pick. And then we don't have a 3rd round pick this year because of the Malachi Fields trade, which I completely forgot to mention Malachi Fields. And honestly, the wide receivers, unbelievable. Besides, like, no, fuck it. Malachi Fields was absolutely fantastic. I think like 3 receptions, maybe like 34 yards or something like that. I might have the numbers wrong. And a beautiful touchdown catch. Still a better throw, but Malachi Fields was just doing everything and all over the place. Then the other thing with the wide receivers, just Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, people are saying he was wide open on a pass, but that wasn't the play design. It just is what it is. But then besides those two, the wide receivers really didn't do much. Braxton Berrios, I will say, he did have a good kick return. But again, the wide receivers didn't do much. Odell caught like 1 or 2 passes. Like I think he caught one for 6 yards, and then like a screen, a wide receiver screen that went nowhere. But again, rather than that, the wide receivers didn't do much. But again, back to the Faalele thing. So now we get a 1 6th round pick from them that pretty much replaces the 7th we lost in that trade and a tire. So that's fantastic. I mean, again, yeah, you could just pick anything with that. The Giants could do whatever they want there. I mean, hell, we got Jack Kelly in the 6th round. Maybe we could get another guy with Jack Kelly or running back. It just depends, especially this draft. So I'm happy it was a 2027 pick. So good shit by the Giants. But now I want to shift over to the Jaguars. And it took me a while to try to understand why the Jacksonville Jaguars even would make this trade in the first place. But then, and only then, I ran into this on Twitter here. Let's see. Yep. Jacksonville has been dealing with multiple injuries along their offensive line. Apparently, their starting right guard, Patrick McCarry, underwent back surgery. He's expected to eventually return. Their backup offensive tackle / offensive guard, Cole Van Lannon, is currently on player unable to perform list. Starting right tackle, Walter Little, he's hurt. Then they have another tackle, he's hurt. So again, I guess I understand why they did it. It's just a 6th round pick. But at the end of the day, like, that's still fucking stupid as hell. Daniel Faalele sucks. Like, he's not gonna bring you anything. Like, I mean, like, what the fuck are you doing if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars? I mean, as a Giants fan, and us in the Giants community, we appreciate it, but it's like, what the fuck, man? I just like I would never have made that trade. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have given up shit for Daniel Faalele. Like, I get it, it's depth, but you've seen him fail at the Ravens. You saw his preseason tape with us. Why the hell is James Gladstone's first thought? Let's see, he sucks. He can't do shit. 2 teams pretty much gave up on him. Let's trade for him. Again, I don't know what this brings from a Jacksonville Jaguar perspective. I really just don't. Like, this was absolutely fucking stupid. I mean, like, shit. And I went off on the Giants when when they signed him. I went off on them. I'll probably leave that video in the description. I don't really know how to put a link on the actual live stream itself, but I mean, like, just fucking Christ, man. I could not stand the Daniel Faalele signing, and again, I knew the Giants were gonna do it. That was John Harbaugh's guy. All this blah blah blah. He likes to give second chances, but he's just not a good player. It makes it worse when Evan Neal, out of all people, is a better NFL player than you. That's sad. That's pathetic. I mean, like I said before, Evan Neal's now the second string. I mean, he's on the second team, participating with the second team and shit. But just fucking Christ, just dreadful. So again, I understand where the Raven fans are coming from, but Twitter's been fun. Twitter's funny. Giant fans just tearing the Raven fans to shreds. Thank you, Joe Ferries. Good takes. I love it. Again, I know I just keep saying the same thing over and over, but I can't fathom how an NFL organization sits there and just thinks, we need to trade for this guy who, can't do anything whatsoever. Yeah, I just like it. This is a total win for the Giants, though. And now, hey, the Texans wide receiver just went down. Let's trade Darius Slayton to them for a 5th round pick. I mean, this is getting crazy now. I think the Chargers center went down, so it's like, hey, let's trade Brian Hudson to them. Man. In a way, I love Twitter, but Twitter's crazy. People are crazy, but at the end of the day, like, pure desperation. Yeah, but how? I mean, I get pure desperation, but you could probably just pick somebody off the scrap heap at this point. Like, I mean, fuck, I gotta look up the free agents now. I gotta look up NFL free agent guards. Let me see, because there's gotta be better options here than Daniel Faalele. There has to be. Let me see. Because there has to be better. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's desperation. James Gladstone should be fun. And you know what? I want to get into Jaguars too because the Jaguars make me sick from an NFL perspective. Not to mention they traded for Daniel Faalele, this fucking bum who sucks. They picked Trayvon Walker first overall in an NFL draft. Now, that wasn't James Gladstone. That was Trent Baalke. But me and my friend, who's a Jets fan, were on the floor fucking laughing and dying because they didn't pick Aiden Hutchinson. They didn't pick Kayvon Thibodeau. They picked Trayvon Walker. We were on the floor for maybe like a half hour up until our teams made their picks. It was that bad. And then these fucking same Jacksonville Jaguars in the 2025 NFL draft select Travis Hunter, who I absolutely loved as a wide receiver, not a corner, a wide receiver. Travis Hunter probably had some of the best wide receiver tape and film I've ever seen from a wide receiver. But what do these dumbasses do? They decide to make him a full-time corner. Like, I think I gotta see Travis Hunter's height. I know he's not even 200 pounds. How tall is he? Let me see how tall he is. Let me see if I can find the height. Okay. This man is 6'1", like 180 something pounds, 190 soaking wet. And you decide to put him as a full-time corner, getting his ass run the fuck over against like running backs like Derrick Henry, Najee Harris. I hate the Jaguars. I seriously hate Thank you, Joe Ferry. 6'1" equal. Yeah. Travis Hunter, what a joke. He is a wide receiver too. I viewed him as a wide receiver one, though. I mean, I get it, but this man was getting open. This man was doing everything. Look, he made Shedeur Sanders' trash ass look good. That is not easy to do because we see what Shedeur Sanders is doing. He fucking sucks. And I really, really was trying to support Shedeur Sanders, but he just cannot play. And Travis Hunter made him actually look good, putting up 1,000-yard wide receiver numbers with Shedeur Sanders. So I give Travis Hunter the benefit of the doubt, but I hate the Jaguars. Why are you making this man a full-time corner where he's more likely to get hurt and then a part-time wide receiver? Fuck that. Put his ass at wide receiver next to Brian Thomas Jr. and then have him come in on third down, which is clearly passing down most of the time, and have him intercept the pass. I fucking can't. I absolutely can't. I hate the Jaguars. The Jaguars absolutely make me sick. So it's honestly funny to laugh at them. He's going to go over the middle on Kyle Hamilton, then a few plays later tackle. Yeah, that's my point. Well, I'd rather him go over the middle against Kyle Hamilton because maybe he could avoid it. He actually has to try to fucking tackle Derrick Henry. Good luck with that shit. I mean, like, damn. Gladstone is a Madden GM. Honestly, I'm starting to believe that this man traded up a bunch of picks for Travis Hunter, and we're not even using him the right way. That's what bothers me. I mean, let's look through this trade. Let me see. Doing a lot here. 25 Jags and Browns trade. What did they give up? I know they gave up a lot. Let's see. Okay, they gave up their 5th overall pick, their 36th overall pick, 126th overall in a first rounder. I mean, like, it's just like, come on, man. And again, you're not even using them the right way. That's what bothers me. That's what bothers me about this. If they were using him the right way, he just got hurt being a wide receiver and shit like that, and they were going to keep him at wide receiver full time, I could understand that. But at what point, why are you putting this man at corner? He was in his film as a corner wasn't even good. But, like, you want this man in on 1st and 2nd downs getting run over and shit. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? So, kind of have a hatred for the Jaguars right now. Honestly, the AFC South as a whole pisses me off. The fucking Titans, their fan base riding Giants' dick. Jacksonville not using their talent the right way. Being stupid. I feel bad for Duval. Texans are my favorite team in that division. Honestly, I hope they crush it. But CJ Stroud, there are questions there. And then the Indianapolis Colts. Fuck Daniel Jones. And when we end up playing them, it's not the Daniel Jones revenge game. It's the Giants bank account. It's the Giants bank account's revenge game. $160 million down the shitter signing that fucking bum that I was wrong on. But no, so let's see the free agent guards if I can find it, because honestly, getting annoyed I can't find it. So let me see. Who is a free agent right now? If I can find it. I don't know why they're just giving me players that are on current teams. Come on. If I can find it here. Jeez, what are none? I don't care if there was nobody out there. I still wouldn't have traded for him. Again, I fuck Daniel Faalele. Didn't even want the guy in the first place. Let me see. Give me some offensive linemen. No. Okay, this is starting to piss me off now. Let me see. NFL. Yeah, nah, this is starting to get me on my fucking nerves now. I don't know why this is so damn difficult. Let's see. No good damn website here. Jesus, is there nobody? Is that why they made the trade? Because there's no one? Oh shit. Yeah, this is fucking me up really bad. Ah. See. God, is there anyone? Is there anyone left? This is probably why I made the trade. I can't find anyone. Oh man, let's see. Let me see. Okay, I can maybe share the screen here. Let me see. Go to that. Find it. Do that. Okay, so let me see. Let me see this bullshit. Oh, it's not letting me do that there. Okay. All right, let me. All right, you guys can see it, I think, though. Okay, so let me see. Let me see who we have here. Joel Bitonio, he retired. Ryan Bates, still probably better than Faalele. Will Hernandez, if he's still a free agent, I would take Will Hernandez over Daniel Faalele. 100%, I would take him. Jamarco Jones, I don't know who that is. Andrus Peat. I thought Andrus Peat wasn't a bad guard, but maybe he's retired. I'm not sure. You'd think Andrus Peat would be signed. Let me see. What else do we have? Greg Van Roden, nope, he just got signed. And then Kevin Zeitler! Yeah, Kevin Zeitler! Yeah, go back to Kevin Zeitler's a fucking free agent! Why is nobody signing Kevin Zeitler? Is it because he wants a lot of money? I'd rather give him money than fucking trade for Daniel Faalele that I know is horrible. I mean, like, shit. So, just wow. So again, I just don't get this trade. And if I was the Giants, I would have tried to invest in Kevin Zeitler as well. Or I would have brought back Greg Van Roden, but apparently Greg Van Roden's crazy ass at 36 years old. He still wants to be a starter. So with Maui Noah and Runyon, you know that's not happening. Worth an iota. But the Giants absolutely won this trade. There's going to be no point in history where it's like, oh shit, we shouldn't have traded Daniel Faalele. We shouldn't have traded Daniel Faalele. I mean, also, again, I think a little part of it is the Giants like the depth they have on their offensive line, as I mentioned before, but honestly, I'm still really surprised we actually really did this. And hey, Matt, if you're in the chat here, still no update really on Tyler Warren besides he just left practice, but really that's about it. Now, I'm trying to see like what else with the Jacksonville Jaguars are just pissing me off. Let's see. Their quarterback's overrated as hell. Actually, let's just look at the Jacksonville Jaguars roster because honestly, I feel bad for their fan base. I really do. But as Joe Ferry said in the chat, Gladstone is the Madden GM. Yeah, he is. Because he's been doing ridiculous ass shit, thinking it's going to work and it just doesn't. So let me see. Trevor Lawrence is overrated. Bashan Tootin hasn't really done shit. Brian Thomas Jr., he dropped a lot of passes last year, and he had some injury concerns. Parker Washington actually broke out for them last year, so that worked. Jacoby Myers, they traded from the Raiders last year. He's eh. Bren Strange. Oh, and that's the other thing, their fucking draft class. People have graded that draft class probably the worst in the NFL. I'd still say the Cardinals is worse, just because the Cardinals piss me off so much on a different type of level. But I mean, like, you have James Gladstone reaching on players, and I hope it works out for him. Besides Emmanuel Pregnon, this Jaguars team, I mean, their offensive line is Anton Harrison at left tackle, Emmanuel Pregnon at left guard, Robert Hansey at center, Ezra Cleveland at right guard, Walker Little, who's currently hurt right now, at right tackle. But again, you traded for Daniel Faalele anyway. Again, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. This is so absolutely fucking ridiculous. Just honestly, absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, shit. You know what? Hey, Trenton, are you still in the chat? You still in the chat at all? Guessing not. See, yeah, I'm guessing not. That's a shame. No, but yeah, but pretty much like that's kind of it though. Like just Giants preseason, and I wish there was more to talk. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I forgot to talk about the Giants preseason. Dominic Zavada and Ben Souls. God. Ben Souls got the first half of this game. He made a field goal at the end of it. Whatever. He made an extra point. Then Dominic Zavada, and again, this is why I fucking hate Brandon Allen, because he was, again, the Dominic Zavada cock blocker. I should have gotten to see this guy kick field goals, and he just wasn't able to. But then at the end of the game, and this is where I'm going to get on Harbaugh, Zavada had a chance to kick a 62-yard field goal. And if you watched my preview video for the game pretty much for preseason, I'm to a point like on third down, if it's deep enough, like 65 to 70, I'm having him kick it. I want to see the power. But so I think it was like fourth down or whatever. At the 46-yard line, they chose to punt and then ended up not getting the stop because, of course, even, the backup defense couldn't get the stop. But he could have attempted a 62-yard field goal, and John Harbaugh said no. Why? Could you just have him kick field goals? I was already pissed off and mad enough that Ben fucking stupid Souls got the start as the field goal kicker in this game. But now, when Zavada had a chance to kick a field goal, and particularly a deep one, to really solidify himself as the starting kicker of his team, you chose to punt. Why? It's fucking preseason. Like, come on, Harbaugh. Don't make me start calling you overrated, Baugh, already. Like, come on, man. I want to see Zavada kick the ball. I believe we have our Brandon Aubrey 2.0, but let him kick the ball, damn it. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What is the point of punting? Just so damn stupid. Like, it's preseason. It fucking means nothing. Let your kicker kick the ball. Like, what's gonna happen? He's gonna miss and lose confidence. maybe, but Zavada's been pretty much perfect. In the spring, I think he was perfect, and then in training camp, he missed like 1 or 2 kicks at the beginning and has been perfect since. Like, give the guy a fucking chance to kick field goals. Like, if Zavada doesn't get an actual field goal attempt from like 50 plus, I'm gonna be pissed off. Rather, it's you send him out there if it's third down, second down, or whatever. I don't give a shit. Just have him kick the fucking ball. Like, wow, yeah, I really want to see Brandon Allen miss more passes, or Jake Haener next week miss passes and shit. Like, shit, come the fuck on, man. Absolutely, just aggravating, John Harbaugh. Have our field goal kicker kick the ball, please. Swear to God, if I see this shit next week, I'm on Saturday, I'm gonna fucking rant. It's preseason. I want to rant. I don't really want to rant at all, but I will if I have to. Like, that was complete and utter bullshit to me that this man decides to punt for no reason, just for the fucking sorry ass backup defense or third stringers or Walmart greeters or whoever not being able to make a stop. Thanks, guys, because we could have gotten the ball back. Zavada could have kicked a game tying field goal, but nope. Again, so thanks backup defense. It's fucking trash. Third down and you just allow first down. Like, come on, man. Just complete and utter fucking garbage. We need a preseason. Preseason's boring as hell, though, but the players need it. Got to give guys a chance to try to make the team, impress the coaches and shit, but man, the preseason's boring as fuck. Even I tried to watch the full game today, like, it's just so goddamn boring. I want regular football already. I get it. But you do need a preseason. Lord Almighty. Let me see if there's any other updates with Tyler Warren, because again, my friend was asking about that. Rather than that, though, I don't think oh, okay. Shane Steichen told reporters Tyler Warren is dealing with a groin injury that he suffered during today's practice. Hey, Matt, seems like he's going to be okay. I know you don't want that because you want your pick, but seems like he's going to be fine. So, just seems like a simple groin injury, but regardless, the season's going to be a lot more exciting. I'm going to be doing a lot more on this channel, including a surprise segment on a different day of the week. I already have the schedule planned. I'm going to also try to go live a lot more. Particularly I'm going to try to go live once or twice a week. I just want shit to talk about, because even though it's preseason, there's still not shit really to talk about, really, until the joint practice tomorrow. Yeah, it just is what it is. Only so much you can talk about. And not to mention, I don't really have people in the chat yet, but the more I do this, I just gotta be patient. The time will come. But regardless, as long as at least one person gets some enjoyment out of my live streams or my content, that's what makes me happy at the end of the day. But I'm hoping to grow this channel, get more subscribers, being able to do more things. That would, honestly, that would make me really happy. I want to deliver good content. Again, that's why I don't really make a lot of videos right now, because I don't want to make shit content just to get clicks and things like that. Like, it's like all these other giant content creators, and God bless them, but it's like a lot of this shit, like, who fucking cares? Like, that's why I didn't even feel like really making a Vikings post game. It's like, who cares? It's a fucking preseason. Nobody gives a shit. Just want football at this point. Like, real, actual football. Week 1, 1 o'clock Eastern. Well, technically it would be Wednesday. But you know what I mean. Real fucking football. That's what I want. So I just don't like making shit content. But I honestly can't wait to make really good content. I got the previews coming back. The individual matchups coming back. I'm going to have one every single week. Again, another surprise segment. I've been working on it all summer. I cannot wait to do it. My giant reviews after the game, my post-game reactions, all that shit. I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting. Nice to see 4 people in here, man. 4 people in here. Post a comment or something. Let me know how you're doing. anything you guys want to talk about, because honestly, I got fucking nothing right now. Pretty much, I'm so excited for my channel. Really so excited. And I'm going to miss doing the car videos. I might still do one once in a while, especially trying to get rid of those black bars that, block kind of screen a little bit. But I like the setup. Even though if I move, you can see the green screen, all this shit. I'm still trying to work on a bunch of things. But again, I'm just looking forward to this channel. Really looking forward to content, all that shit. I can't wait to do a lot more. I just can't wait for the season already. It's going to be so much fun. Talking about this team, diving into this team, having to criticize this team when they do stupid shit, like arguing with content creators on Twitter, not taking accountability after getting your ass whooped against a pass rusher, things like that. It's going to be fun, though. So, anybody got anything in the chat at all? Like, no, just I can't wait until this thing grows and we got a bunch of people in the chat. I mean, like, shit, there's only so much I can talk about, though. I mean, like, fuck. I mean, even giant news besides the Daniel Faalele thing, like, just barely anything. I think we signed a defensive tackle today. Like, I don't know. Just here to be here. Also, for any Yankee fans in the chat, if this wasn't a football channel, I would have ranted on the Yankees a long time ago. And who knows, some days on a live stream, I still might do that. But the Yankees are a complete other fucking dumpster fire, especially that offense. But I don't know. I just don't know. Again, still trying to learn everything, learn this live streaming thing, try not to, not speak for a long time, just keep everything going. But you guys are going to be a big part of that. You guys is what this channel is going to need. Subscribe, leave comments, all that good shit. Because without you guys and the viewer, all that shit, this channel's nothing. Any content creator, we need all of you. See, what's your goal as a content creator? I just want to make good content. Honestly, that's all it is. I just want to make good content, funny content, exciting content, things like that. Like, pretty much just be part of the Giants community. I have loved this team since I was a kid. Like, baseball used to be my favorite sport, like in the early to mid 2000s, but then I really got into football. My mom got me into football. So, yeah, I mean, again, I just want to make good content. That's it. Again, that's why I don't really make a lot of videos during the off season, unless the Giants do some stupid ass shit or we make a trade. You're nice now with the preseason hype. Are you gonna melt it down in December? What do you mean melt it down? I'm not sure what you mean by that. You gotta clarify. It's what we all do. What do you mean, like me completely lose my shit? And because I already did that last year, especially I don't know if you have watched my videos before, Joe Ferry's, but come on. I mean, oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, no. If this team does some stupid, look, I try not to rant on this team, but knowing me, that's not gonna happen. Like, if this team does some stupid ass shit, we lose a fucking game we have no business losing to, especially like that Broncos game last year, I'm gonna lose my shit. I don't hold back. I don't hold back on this team. I don't hold back on nobody. I don't give a fuck who the player is. I do not care. Like, I ripped into Jermaine Illuminor last year. I ripped into fucking Dexter Lawrence last year. I ripped into fucking Darius Slayton, which I'm probably still. I hate Darius Slayton. 100%. I hate Darius Slayton. Soaring chicken wing bailed faster than Tyrone Tracy on that block last Saturday. I'm trying to give Tyrone Tracy a pass though. He made a mistake. He fucked up. He knows he fucked up. Mooney, don't insult Darnell Mooney like that. How dare you, sir? How dare you insult Darnell Mooney. God, I would rather have you called Mooney Hitler than fucking Darius Slay. How dare you? Darnell Mooney, he's gonna be part of this team though. He knows the Matt Nagy system. He's been a part of it like 3-4 years, but nah, don't ever compare. Don't compare anybody to Darius. I fucking hate Darius Slayton. God, out of all my post-game videos, I might have ranted on him maybe every single one of them. Like, I know the 49ers one I did, and especially the 49ers game. The second Washington game when he dropped a wide-open touchdown. Fucking Saints game when this man fumbled the ball after catching it. I just can't, man. Okay, deal. Don't get too bullish on cast-offs, though. I mean, I'm not putting big expectations on Darnell Mooney. Like, a lot of people are saying they want him to be the wide receiver too. I don't expect him to do that. If he can play like a wide receiver 3, I would be okay with that. Like, a lot of people, I'm not trying to put too much expectations on him. Our whole coaching staff is a cast-off too. I will say, because I did a video on the Giants coaching staff, which took me an hour and 40 minutes. I love the Frank Bush hire. Frank Bush, he was a really old coach. He was coaching like the 80s and things like that. Frank Bush, he's a great linebackers coach all over the league. He's been here for decades. I honestly think, and Frank Bush, the inside linebackers coach, he's going to get the best out of Arvell Reese and Tremaine Edmonds. I honestly believe that. We got very, very lucky getting Frank Bush. But like everybody else, like Matt Nagy, fucking Greg Roman, I will say, from a run blocking perspective, I can't wait to see what we end up doing. The run game plan, all that shit. Remember, Andrew Thomas said they were polling like 3 guys a play, so I can't wait to see what that looks like. But just keep Greg Roman the fuck away from offensive coordinator or the passing game. Like, I don't need to see that shit. Does Edmonds have high miles? Lots of snaps on his third team. Fans act like he is Mike Singletary. I just think he's going to be better than what we had. And again, I'm not expecting Tremaine Edmonds to do about it. I just need him to stop the run. That's it. Just help stop the run. And maybe pick a few passes off like he did last year. I think he had like 5 picks, but I get what you're saying, though. But hopefully maybe Jack Kelly could take his role. Micah McFadden, I think if Micah McFadden has a good year, he's gonna go somewhere and get paid. If that happens, I'm gonna miss Micah McFadden. I know he misses a fuck ton of tackles, but I like Micah McFadden. You're asking a lot. We will never stop the run. I mean, if DJ Reader and Shelby Harris get hurt, fuck. You might be right. I'm just hoping Arvell Reese and Tremaine Edmonds really can help against the run, though. But, I mean, and also the secondary, like Colton Hood's a physical corner. Deonte Banks, yeah. Tyler Nubin, oh my God. Yeah, we just gotta hope DJ Reader doesn't get hurt. That's all we have to hope. Just wrap fucking DJ Reader in bubble wrap. Like, just give him steroids and shit. Just make sure that man doesn't get hurt. Because if he gets hurt, fuck. That's what the Giants are really depending on, honestly. Because we didn't do shit with this defensive tackle room. But, you know what? If the Giants could stop being a bunch of fucking bitches along with the league, maybe, I don't know. There's a guy there's a really good defensive tackle in free agency right now. What was his name? Oh, yeah, Christian fucking Wilkins. It would be nice if we could sign an elite run stuffer like Christian Wilkins on this damn team, but because he playfully kisses teammates in the locker room. Again, like I said in the video, I don't give a fuck. Just punch him in the fucking face if he does that shit to you. If you're one of the defensive linemen, if you're Kayvon, if you're fucking DJ, punch him in the face. Get him on my team because we need more run stuffers. Because this shouldn't be if DJ Reader gets hurt. Wilkins is cooked, his foot is jacked, and he is a weird. I know he's a weird dude, but he can still stop the run though. I mean, like, he got let go because of that. Honestly, that's what I believe. I mean, again, when an NFL player goes to HR about something, that's really fucked up. If he was even an option, his agent would have been floating his name out there. Yeah, you have a point. I just don't know what. I just don't know, man. He wouldn't get corrective foot surgery. Yeah, and just yeah, I just block a hole. Just plug up a hole. That's all I need him to do. Don't even move. Just fucking block a hole. That's all I need the guy to do. But again, you make good points. Ah, shit. What the fuck was I talking? Oh yeah, the linebackers. But yeah, Micah McFadden, all that shit. Not asking Tremaine Edmonds to do a lot though. Just help stop the run. Because again, we lose Reader or Shelby Harris for an extended period of time, we're fucked. And that honestly scares shit out of me. Having to play Saquon Barkley, having to play Mo Solby. No, but honestly, I'm more worried about. I like McFadden too. Nice guy. I know I do too. But if he has a good year, he's gonna get paid. Teams need linebackers, and they don't get paid a lot. So rather Giants do it, or a team will. Teams need linebackers. But again, McFadden needs to cut that missed tackle rate at least in half. He's got to stop missing tackles. I mean, online Big Blue, Tim, our guy, he's right. Like fucking Micah McFadden needs to stop missing tackles. At the end of the day, like I'm rooting for Micah McFadden though. I loved him when we picked him out of Indiana in 2022. It's like I thought that was I guess a solid pick. I won't say like home run hit, but in the 5th round, that's not bad. Getting a player like Micah McFadden in the 5th round is not bad. He's a backup to quality starter. Those are the type of guys and GM's dream of picking in the 5th round, in the 6th round, which is why I'm happy we got the 6th round, because there's a chance you could get a quality starter or even a backup who can help. But at least McFadden doesn't really have to do a lot because he has Tremaine Edmonds and Arvell Reese ahead of him. He's still a good player. If he fixed that, he would be really good. Kind of like if Theo stopped the drops. And again, that was something I'm really looking for with Theo. Like a lot of people, it's like we're saying, like, practice doesn't really matter. No, dropping passes in practice, especially on 3rd down, still pisses me the fuck off because that's all mental. You should not be dropping passes. You don't have to remember a play in that situation. You don't have to remember a blocking assignment. No, catch the fucking ball when it's in front of you. So if honestly, if I see Theo Johnson even drop like one pass in this preseason, I'm gonna get pissed off. Because I love Theo Johnson, and I know I might be in the minority saying this. Theo Johnson to me is all pro talent. He can very easily be like a Rob Gronkowski type if he just puts all his shit together. Like I love Theo Johnson. I love when we made that pick. Like that touchdown catch against the 49ers in week 9 last year. He can make plays like that. That's 100% like all pro type shit he was doing, but he's got to catch the fucking ball, and it's mental. That's all it is. And honestly, he needs to be more of a hands catcher like Malachi Fields. Just catch the fucking ball. That's all we're asking him to do. He has good speed. He has good blocking. He's going to be the wide tight end in this offense. Isaiah Likely is going to be in the slot. We just need Theo to do his job when called upon and just catch the ball. That's it. All I ask of Theo. And I ripped Theo to shreds too. Also that week 9 49ers post game. Pretty much said to like sit his ass on the bench until he can catch a ball. And that's not going to change this year either. Like if he fucks up, put Fedoni in there if we keep 4 tight ends. Fuck, even put Manhurts above him if he can't catch the ball. Catching the balls is the most important thing to me. Over the blocking, over anything else. He's got to catch the damn ball. Period. End of discussion. That's a non-negotiable, Theo Johnson, because he has all the talent in the world. It's literally right in your fucking face every time you watch this New York Giants football team play. And the fact that he drops passes as much as he does is aggravating. It's so frustrating because I know he's better than that. Now, like, players like Darius Slayton, I get pissed off, but I just don't give a shit. Like, he's a fucking loser and he sucks. Theo's not a loser. Theo literally can carry a team to win a football game. That's how high on Theo I am. Giants absolutely stole him in the 4th round, I believe, in the 24 draft. Like, I love Theo Johnson. So talented. He's just got to get the drops out of his head. Also need to get Darius Slayton the fuck off our team because it seems like any young player we get watches Darius Slayton and they become Darius Slayton. So, again, like I said the first time I did a live stream, I don't give a fuck if Darius Slayton breaks all Jerry Rice's records, fucking the touchdown record, all that shit in one season. I don't care if this man has 3,000 receiving yards, 30 touchdowns, all that. Get him the fuck off my team. So sick of Darius Slayton. And again, I feel kind of bad because he could be a really nice person off the field. He really could be. But at the end of the day, I don't fucking give a shit, man. I want to win football games. I want to be happy. I want the Giants community to be happy. The content creators to be happy. Because we fucking deserve better. This team has been a complete other fucking dumpster fire for a decade and a half. The last really good Giants team we had was like 2016. And before that, like 2012. So like 2013, 14, 15, and 17 to now has just been trash with this fucking Giants team. Trash receivers, trash running backs, underachieving players. Fucking just seriously, just a bunch of bullshit. But I hope Jackson Dart can take the next step because if he doesn't, it's going to be really bad for us. To a point where people are going to be shouting for a new quarterback so much louder than they were last year. And you had some guys who actually wanted to pick a quarterback if we would have gotten that first overall pick last year. Again, if we would have just lost to the fucking Cowboys, we would have gotten the first overall pick because the Chiefs ended up beating the Raiders. No, they lost their Raiders. I'm sorry. But I still would never have picked Fernando Mendoza because I think Jackson Dart's the better player. But Jackson Dart still has things he needs to improve on. Again, if he can, and I believe I said this last week, if he can just master the under center, I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. I think he's going to be a franchise quarterback. Hell, I think that now. But if he can master the under the center, something he's never really done before, never really did in college under the Lane Kiffin offense, was a big weakness for him. Did it sometimes in the NFL last year with Brian Dable. He's excellent in the gun. Excellent. So it's just like, if he can just get that settled, the I formation and pistol, all that shit, I think he's gonna be such a good player for us. And if that ends up happening, that means we only gave up a 3rd round pick to get this kid in the first place. That would be fucking great for us. 110%. Let's see now. So I'm trying to think of what else I was talking. Yeah, okay. Back to the Christian Wilkins thing. I don't know. If he had, again, I just want someone who can just clog a hole. I don't really give a shit. Also, I'd like to see what Bobby Jamison Travis can do because I don't really remember even seeing him in the preseason game, and I just rewatched it today. But we'll see what he can do. Again, we just need to stop the run. Oh, that's what I was going to mention. I'm more worried about the secondary than I am the actual run defense. Because I mean, like, fuck, man, this secondary, like, Paulson Adebo's trash. I've given up on Paulson Adebo. Complete utter fucking dumpster fire. Did not impress John Harbaugh in the voluntary mini camps because he didn't show up. He was in the doghouse. I just think he's going to be off this team next year. And that contract by Joe Schoen, it sucks. But the Giants needed a corner, so we paid him 3 years, $54 million. And I wish we wouldn't have done it, but I certainly learned a lesson. Don't sign a player if they've had femur issues. That's the lesson. Because Paulson Adebo has been an absolute, complete, other fucking dumpster fire. But this secondary honestly really could get cooked. You have Deonte Banks, who might be the cornerback one. As scary as that is, we have nobody else. Colton Hood, a lot of people want to be the cornerback 1 right now. That's not going to fucking happen, and nor should it. He needs to develop. He needs to be left alone. It's fucking, who's the other corner I'm forgetting about on the boundary? Deontay Banks, I mentioned that. Andrew Phillips, our slot guy. I love Andrew Phillips, and I know he's dealing with an injury right now, but when he's out on the field, he gets burnt in coverage, though. Like him versus CeeDee Lamb, a lot of the times a fucking nightmare. I know he pissed off CeeDee Lamb that one year, like that one game, but man, how often is not top 10 cornerback ever come out and be super good? Hood, just wait on him. Yeah, no, I'm patient with Colton Hood. I'm one of the people that's not a maniac and wants him to start immediately. I'd like for him just to be on the bench right now, or come in occasionally. But and again, for the Giants particularly, I don't want to draft secondary high anymore. Yep, now they are. Giants are terrible at drafting corners for 26 years. Yeah, because they usually all suck. Let's go through the Giants corners. Let's see. We drafted fucking Eli Apple in 2016. He sucked. Absolute fucking dumpster fire. We drafted Prince Arukamara in 2011. He was mediocre. He was okay. Aaron Ross, I'd say, was a hit, but he had injuries. Corey Webster absolutely was a hit. Terrell Thomas, I miss Terrell Thomas, and I really wish. Oh my God, DeAndre Baker. Ugh. Terrell Thomas, I wish injuries didn't get to him. Terrell Thomas, I believe, would have been really, really good in this league. Like Hakeem Nicks as well on the wide receiver side, but like Terrell Thomas injuries, but he played good when he was out there. Oh, God. I was such a Sam Beal fan. That blew up in my fucking face so bad. I was rooting my ass off for Sam Beal in that 2018 season. It just did not work. I mean, that's Sam Beal's kind of the reason I like to stay away from the supplemental draft. It was bad. And then, as you said, yeah, DeAndre Baker, fucking nightmare. I mean, like, God, sucked. We can't draft corner. No, but then you have but see what then makes me mad is then you have the Jets on the other side. Darrelle Revis, fucking Sauce Gardner. They actually know how to draft secondary. So when the Jets do it, I don't get as pissed. Dave Brown stuff. Yeah, I know. Thank God I wasn't alive for that, though. I didn't have to deal with Dave Brown. I didn't have to deal with Kent Graham. None of that shit. I was alive for Kerry Collins, but I was very young. And Kerry Collins, by the way, one of the most underrated Giant quarterbacks ever. Kerry Collins constantly gets shit on. Now, look, I know he had off-the-field problems with alcohol, but he was a good quarterback for us. I mean, for fuck's sake, the man brought us to a Super Bowl in 2000. So, honestly, he needs more credit, does Kerry Collins. He gets way too disrespected by the league. Then I know we had Kurt Warner, then Eli, Daniel fucking Jones. No, but yeah, again, though, I did not have to deal with Dave Brown, and I thank God every day, because the only thing I wish I could have gotten to see in the 90s was beating the shit out of the Eagles' ass in the 90s. So I know we fucking owned them in the 90s, but again, I wasn't really born yet. I was born 98, so. And then another Giants corner, Jason Sehorn. Really before, what's his name? Cooper DeJean for Eagles, the last white corner. And I guess Riley Moss for Denver, but he can't do shit. He sucks. It's like the fucking Denver Broncos. They suck. That's another team I have a rivalry with. Let me see. I'm trying to think of other corners. And Prince Arukamara, I wish would have been better. Honestly, I wish he would have been better. But even Prince Arukamara, he was okay. It seems like when we draft, Sehorn was really good, but not elite. I don't know. A lot of people did say he was elite, but again, I wasn't really alive for Jason Sehorn, so I just don't know. But I'll take your word for it. I don't know how old you are, Joe Ferries. I don't know if you're in your 40s or like. But again, I'm almost 30 now. Again, I was not alive for Jason Sehorn's prime. I know he was really good, and Giant fans loved him. Again, I just don't know, though. Dave Thomas, weirdest cornerback career ever. I do not know who Dave Thomas is. No clue. I would have to look that up. I have no idea who that is. No, but it seems like when the Giants sign the free agent corners, then they do good. Like Antrel Roll, who was a Cardinal. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, who was also a Cardinal. We seem to hit on those. Janoris Jenkins for a year or two. He was Seahorns bookend. Yeah, again, I wouldn't know that. I need to look up more Giants history. That's something I need to do. For a while, I was watching the Giants 86 season. I'm up to week 8 versus Washington on Monday Night Football, but and then next year they drafted both Willis. Oh wait, is that the year we drafted Will Hill and shit, I don't know. Let me see now. You got me interested. 2001 and the Giants draft. Or 2002, I think 2001. Let me see. Yeah, I remember Will Hill very well. He started for us and went to the Super Bowl, then was out of the league. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Again, yeah, there, yep. Will Allen and Will Peterson. I did play some old Madden, so I did remember Will Allen. I did not really remember Will Peterson, though. Yeah, 2001 draft. Damn. Jesse Palmer. Yeah, Peterson, Will Allen, yup. Again, that's my fault. I need to look up more Giants history back then. Some of those 2000 teams, they weren't bad. Again, Kerry Collins, Tiki Barber in his prime. Ron Dane, I know, huge bust for the Giants. Couldn't do much of anything. Man. No, but pretty much like I was saying, yeah, the Giants can't draft corner, save their lives. Safety, most content creators know that. Again, I know that's my fault. I need to look up more Giants history in the past. Again, I'm a younger content creator. I'm not a bad dog. I'm not a online Big Blue. I haven't been a Giants fan since the 70s and bad dog in like the 80s. Fucking at the end of the day. Just signed the fucker cornerbacks. Yeah, honestly, I agree. I'm just not drafting corners high. Now, safety, on the other hand, like in the second round, Xavier McKinney, Landon Collins, we actually do well with that. It sucks Tyler Nubin's not going to work out because I just don't believe in him at all. But keep corner the fuck away from me in the first round. I don't want corner. That's what severely scares me about the 27 draft. I very badly want a wide receiver. I'm targeting a wide receiver. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Ryan Williams, who I would like a lot. I believe Cole Coleman. I gotta look on Tankathon for his name. Let me see. Bell. Be the mock. What was his name? Cam Coleman. That was it. Again, I just fucking want receivers. Joe Shame hasn't drafted any. Well, he did draft Nubin, but that didn't work. And Deontay Banks, again, as much shit as I want to give Deontay Banks, he does have talent. That's what annoys me with Deontay Banks. Hopefully, Denard Wilson helps him, and that's why I wanted Denard Wilson. If we could not get Jim Leonard, I wanted Denard Wilson. I didn't want Anthony Weaver. I didn't want any other defensive coordinator. Denard Wilson's going to help with the secondary one way or another. So hopefully he can turn around Deontay Banks. If he could turn around one or two of these players, that would be great. Like, again, Deontay Banks has all the talent in the world. He's just got to put it together and not be an asshole. That would also help. Tyler Nubin, I think that ship has sailed. He sucks. I didn't realize Tyler Nubin was as slow as he was. Again, because when I do my film studies, I don't really do safety because I don't have the all-22. I do the broadcast, so it is hard as fuck to watch safety. So I did not know much about Tyler Nubin, but if I would have known he was that slow, I would never have considered drafting him anyway. Why is Nubin battling it out so hard with Pinnock? He's young, second rounder against a journeyman on his fifth. Yeah, because Nubin fucking sucks. That's why. I'd so rather just have Jason Pinnock just starting and being the strong safety. Because at least you know what you're going to get out of Jason Pinnock. At least Pinnock can at least make a play once in a while. Tyler Nubin just fucking sucks. Like, I don't think Tyler Nubin does anything well. Again, he's slow as shit, fucking takes poor angles, which allows big runs or, like, big receiving touchdowns. I hate Tyler Nubin. I just don't think Tyler Nubin has an ounce of talent in his body. No, they hype on Nubin this offseason is that he lost weight so he won't get smoked anymore. Yeah, no, I know. But he's slow as fuck. It doesn't matter. Okay, he lost a little bit of weight. What's he gonna gain? Like one speed, like in Madden or whatever? He fucking sucks. I have no faith in Tyler Nubin. Again, at least with Deonte Banks, you know the talent's there. Tyler Nubin has no talent. He was supposed to be a guy who just takes the ball away. He doesn't even do that, though. At this point, like, just fucking put him at linebacker. But again, he doesn't have the fucking speed for that. I would just cut Tyler Nubin. Like, a lot of people are like, don't be surprised if he gets his job taken away. I wouldn't be surprised if the motherfucker doesn't start week 1. Like, he just sucks. I'm glad we got Jason Pinnock back. I mean, Pinnock's not much better, but he's just an average NFL safety. It is what it is. It's fuck, man. No faith in Tyler Nubin. He's just awful. Just absolutely awful. No, but like I was saying before, what scares the shit out of me is the Giants might draft a corner in the first round of the 2027 draft. I think it might be Leonard Moore. Again, I don't know much about him. He's from Notre Dame. I don't want a corner, though. I'm not taking a chance. Like, the corner I wanted to take a chance on this year was Jermod McCoy. I wanted the Giants to pick him in the second or third round. Yes, I know he's not going to play this year, and his knee might be fucked up, but if Jermod McCoy plays like his freshman tape, I would take that 100 out of 100 times. I would just never have done that shit in the first round, but if Jermod McCoy really does work out for the Raiders, good for them. I mean, they took him the very first pick of the third round. That's exactly what I would have done. Because talent like Jermod McCoy doesn't grow on trees, but with that injury, I understand. Like, it's bad. I'm okay with taking a corner if it's an elite prospect. Yeah, but even the elite prospects don't work out, though. Let's look up let's look at the corners that got taken. Let me see. Corner. And I guess since 2020. Let me see here. It's just corner, it's so fucking hard for a corner. Because you don't know if they're going to end up being good or not. Corner might, besides quarterback, corner might be the second hardest position in the league. Let me see. Most top 15 corners work out last 7 years or so. Besides Jeff Okudah. Yeah, Jeff Okudah, big bust. Let me see. Yeah, so Jeff Okudah we have here. CJ Henderson for the Jaguars, 9th overall in 2020. Did not work out. He's a backup. I don't even think he's on their team anymore. AJ Terrell, 16th overall. Now, see, that's just getting lucky, though, being the Falcons. Really fucking lucky, because AJ Terrell, he's so good. And I know this doesn't matter because this is fantasy, but I tried to trade for AJ Terrell and then pick Avion Terrell. I could not get a trade for AJ Terrell, and then as I was about to pick Avion Terrell, someone fucking picked him 2 spots ahead of me, so that really pissed me off. So let's see, and then Noah Igbinoghene, he's with Washington, I think, and then Jeff Gladney in the first round, that didn't work. Yeah, so 2020, nothing. McCoy playing immediately, taking preseason snaps. No way. I thought McCoy was gonna be. Are you sure about that? Oh, it's not Joe Ferry's. XRP17. McCoy playing immediately, taking preseason snaps. Well, thanks for joining the stream, man. But I thought he was gonna be out all this year. Holy crap! Holy shit! No, so let me see. Back to this now. 2021 draft, corners wise. Not one team took a first round corner. I don't even blame them. I don't even blame them a little bit. Oh, Tyson Campbell got picked in his first pick of the second round. That has worked out for Cleveland. Really good pairing with Denzel Ward and Tyson Campbell. Hey, Matt, what's up, man? Matt, nothing with Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren's fine. I know you wanted him severely decapitated so the Jets could get their pick, but I think he's going to be fine, buddy. Hey, Steve. All right, to 22 draft. Derek Stingley Jr., he's a beast. I love Derek Stingley coming out. I knew he was going to be great. And then Sauce Gardner for the Jets. Great first year, inconsistent, then got traded. We'll see what he does this year. But again, the Giants had no opportunity to take either of them, though. It's so fucking hard. It's so hard with corner. And then Kaiir Elam, the Bills picked, he sucks. Absolutely fucking sucks. Let me see, 2023. What do we have here? Devon Witherspoon, 5th overall. Great corner. Emmanuel Forbes, Christian Gonzalez. You know what? I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to say one thing only. I am so thankful to Ron Rivera and the Washington Redskins for picking bum-ass Emmanuel Forbes over Christian Gonzalez. Thank fucking God. I am so happy we don't have to deal with Christian Gonzalez in this division. I mean, like, it was a questionable pick then, and every Washington Commander / Redskin fan are killing themselves now. They hated the pick, and I mean, they passed on him for Emmanuel Forbes, who's not even on the team anymore. I would be fucking infuriated if I was a Washington fan. Ron Rivera, man. Ron Rivera sucks. I mean, like, that. You could have had Christian Gonzalez. He could have been the next Champ Bailey for you. But you picked fucking Forbes because he gets takeaways. And he barely even does that. Honestly, I'd rather just have a corner that can shut down one side of the field than a guy who can maybe get takeaways every once in a while. Holy fucking crap, man. That was such a miss for Washington. That was so bad. Oh, and then we picked Deonte Banks, and the Steelers got Joey Porter Jr., and of course, Joey Porter Jr. is the better corner. Yeah, who could have seen that coming? But we'll see what he can do. We'll see what Deonte Banks can do under Denard Wilson. Moving on to the 2024 NFL Draft. Let's see. Corners. Quinyon Mitchell. You know what? This is another one that pisses me off too, personally. They picked Quinyon Mitchell 22nd overall. The Giants had the 23rd overall. Well, we traded up to the 23rd overall pick or the 24th overall pick and got Deonte Banks. They get a shutdown elite corner in the same fucking spot that the Giants picked Deonte Banks and he sucks. It's just so fucking unlucky, man. It's unbelievable. Those little corners who get a bunch of picks in college suck in the NFL championship, a.k.a. fucking Trayvon Diggs for the Cowboys, who's no longer a Cowboy. No, I know. It's just so hard to find those corners, though. That's what sucks. Let me see if there's anyone else here. Terrion Arnold, yep. We all know his situation. And then Nate Wiggins with Baltimore, Nate Wiggins is all right. I think he's maybe a good corner too, but I've seen Baltimore fans complain about him. And then last year's 2025 draft. Let's see any corners. Maxwell Hairston, Buffalo pick because Brandon Beane absolutely fucking sucks at his job. Instead of getting Josh Allen a playmaker or somebody who could help him, he picks this fucking bum-ass corner that's not going to do shit. Oh, and then Denver picked Jahad Barron next to Patrick Surtain. So, yeah, I mean, you have a point. It's just so hard to pick corner, though. That's the problem. It's just so damn difficult to pick corner. That's why I'm not fucking around with it. I'd rather just pick the wide receiver, or I'd rather pick something else and just sign corners in free agency. like, I will say it sucks that we missed out on, what's his name? Lassiter. I know Joe Shane wanted Lassiter very badly and got mad when Houston traded up in front of us to take him. Lassiter would be one hell of a second corner on this team right now if we could have gotten him, but I mean, it just is what it is, though. I mean, we're looking at the 2027 draft for corners. We have Leonard Moore, Ellis Robinson IV, Xavier Brown, Kelly Jones, O.J. Fredquar Jr., Chris Peel, Jamari Sharp, Bryce Pollock, Ashton Hampton, and Zach Lutmer. I don't know who the fuck these corners are. I don't know who these corners are, but like I said, I'm completely going for wide receiver. I mean, like, fuck, I mean, wide receiver definitely the number one thing. Maybe tackle to start Illuminor's replacement, but then again, we have J.C. Davis. Never mind. I love J.C. Davis. I mean, besides wide receiver, the Giants are gonna probably go corner, and it's gonna kill me. It's gonna hurt me a lot. Or we'll probably try to go defensive tackle. I could see them doing that too, especially if we have like a mid-first round pick. I could see them doing that, but if the first round pick's not wide receiver, I don't know what we're doing. Wouldn't surprise me if we were bad enough to pick Smith. No, we're not going to be that bad. No. I want, you know what makes me mad? I wanted Jeremiah Smith so fucking bad last year. I'm so mad he stayed in school. I mean, I think he wasn't eligible anyway, but I'm so mad that we missed out on Jeremiah Smith. Now I'm hoping Arvell Reese pans out, but I'd rather have Jeremiah Smith over Arvell Reese, and that's not an insult to Arvell Reese, but holy fucking crap, is Jeremiah Smith fantastic. He might be the best wide receiver I've ever seen in my life at the college level. Like it, and that's not taking anything away from Marvin Harrison Jr. or Malik Neighbors, who there was a minority of people saying that Malik Neighbors was better than Marvin Harrison Jr., but there's no doubt, like, Jeremiah Smith's the best college wide receiver right now, and he 100% is generational. Even though that term gets thrown around a lot, Jeremiah Smith, he's a one-kind receiver. He's so fucking good. Like, he can do anything. He can beat press. He can just create separation. Great in the red zone. Great after the catch. He does everything. I love Jeremiah Smith, but unless we're picking second overall or like I'd say, okay, like, Arch Manning goes 1, Dante Moore, CJ Carr. I'd say, like, 4th or 5th overall. If we're not picking 4th or 5th overall, which I hope we're not. I hope we're winning football games. Jeremiah Smith's not getting past that. Hell, a team might just fucking take him 2nd or 3rd overall. That would not surprise me. Marvin Harrison Jr. has an awful situation. No, yeah, I understand that, but I've watched Marvin Harrison. He's not helping himself. He's dropping way too many fucking passes right in the hands. He's developed a drop problem, and I don't know why and how he's developed a drop problem, even though he's never had that problem in Ohio State. But Marvin Harrison Jr. was my number 1 wide receiver that year, and I'm not afraid to say that either. I had Malik Neighbors close, but I thought Marvin Harrison Jr. was better. But I'm happy I was wrong, because I'd rather have Malik Neighbors now. Malik Neighbors is fucking fantastic, but he's got to stop getting hurt. But he was such a clean fundamental guy. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if you know this or not. The Arizona Cardinals are my second favorite NFL team. Never over the Giants, though. Like, if the Giants play the Cardinals, I have a role. I want the Giants to blow them the fuck out, because I love the Giants that much more. But when Marvin Harrison Jr. went to the Cardinals, I was so happy. I was so happy for them. And by the way, Joe Ferries, before you say it, yes, I know the Arizona Cardinals used to be an NFC East team. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. The reason I like the Cardinals, because so many players I watched went there. Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu, Calais Campbell, Larry Fitzgerald, so many good fucking players. But because the Cardinals suck so bad at everything. Fucking Bidwell. Yep, I know. Bidwell's a clown. I hate the Bidwell family. And Steve Keim fucking sucks. I know. I feel bad for every single Arizona Cardinals fan, especially the content creators. Like in my video on my other channel, Greg Talks Football. If I was a Cardinals content creator, I'd fucking kill myself. I would actually put a gun to my head and pull the trigger because I don't know how the fuck you can cover that team 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. Fuck that. And even their draft pissed me the hell off because it was fucking stupid. But picking a running back's fucking third overall when you have nothing. What the fuck is wrong with you, fucking Cardinals? Jets too, nothing to even talk about. Hey, my friend is a Jets fan, so I have a soft spot for the Jets. I want to see them do well. But the Jets do have legitimate talent, though. They really just need a quarterback. Their offense, if you haven't noticed, if you see their wide receiver core, they have Garrett Wilson as your 1A. Omar Cooper could end up being a good wide receiver. They have Adonis Mitchell. Their wide receiver core is fucking insane. It's insane. They got the worst quarterback in the league and was holding out. Oh yeah, I know, because the Cardinals are pathetic. That's why. Yep, and I feel bad for the Jets though, because they're not shitty enough to get a top pick, which you're going to need for winning quarterbacks. They're not that bad, especially if David Bailey breaks out and D'Angelo Pons does his thing at corner. They're going to be a 6 or 7 win team, which would absolutely suck for them. Matt, if you're still in the chat, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm absolutely sorry. But, like, Miami's worse than the Jets. The Cardinals are worse than the Jets. The Titans are worse than the Jets. The fucking Raiders are worse than the Jets. But this is not the year for the Jets to win. I'm sorry. This is not the year for the Jets to be mediocre. They need to suck. But then with the Cardinals, yeah, Jacoby Brissett was holding out. Yeah, because the Cardinals have nothing. That's why. When you're getting bitched by Jacoby Brissett because you're a fucking loser franchise that nobody wants to sign with, and as somebody, again, who's a Cardinals fan, I acknowledge they are a fucking loser franchise. They haven't been relevant since I was in high school, and that was like the 2013 to 2016 seasons. They suck. The Cardinals absolutely suck. Haven't been relevant since that NFC Championship game. They got blown the fuck out in against Cam Newton, that Panthers team. Absolutely pathetic. Haven't been relevant since Carson Palmer and Bruce Arians. I mean, like, it's so bad. Again, the Cardinals just pissed me off on such a different level. You have 6 juggernaut teams in your fucking division you're going up against. This brutal, I don't even know if they're going to win one football game in their first 11 or 12 weeks. That's how bad their schedule is. And you choose to pick a running back 3rd overall when you had a Francis Maui now on the board. Again, that's just the shit that pisses me off. And I feel bad for Chase Bersantes, who ended up getting hurt, unfortunately. And then in the 3rd round, they picked Carson Beck, which infuriated me even more than the fucking Jeremiah Love pick. It's fucking car. I gave that draft an F. They fucking suck. As for the Jets, though, again, if they get the quarterback, I think they're going to be a really good team. They have a good roster. Their offensive line is awesome. Breece Hall's awesome, along with Braylon Allen. They have a really good wide receiver core. Yeah, again, they just need the quarterback. And again, that's easier said than done because, again, look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pretty much all they need is a quarterback. And, like, I live here in Ohio. I deal with a lot of Steelers and Browns fans. And these Steelers fans, I keep trying to tell them, you guys need to suck a year or two and just get that quarterback. And they know that. They understand that. But, again, a lot of Giant fans want to complain, and they want to be in the Steelers situation. And as a person who lives here, you do not want to be in the Steelers situation. I would rather suck asshole, get a top 5 pick every single year until I can get that fucking quarterback right, than constantly make the playoffs or be 500 just to get my shit rocked in the first round and lose. Would you like to know the last time the Steelers won a playoff game? The Steelers last won a playoff game in 2017 against Alex Smith's Kansas City Chiefs. That's the last time. And that was a big reason I did not want Mike Tomlin, and I did not want John Harbaugh. I'd rather have Harbaugh than Mike Tomlin, but that Steelers team, and even with Big Ben, underachieved a lot because they were never good enough. And especially now, they are not good enough. I did like the Mike McCarthy hire because at least he can develop quarterbacks. He could help a Will Howard. He could help a Drew Aller. Mike Tomlin was not doing that shit. The Steelers, they're stuck. And again, a lot of friends of mine are Steelers fans, and they understand they're stuck. Again, they just need to suck. A lot of these teams need to suck. They need to do what teams do in the NBA and just purposely fucking tank. Like the Miami Dolphins, for example. They're actively tanking. They understand the assignment. They want Arch Manning first overall next April. The Arizona Cardinals don't fucking understand that. The Jets don't understand that, but the Dolphins do understand that. So let me see. Hey, Matt LaFleur can scheme guys open. Who knows? And I hope he does. I hope Mike LaFleur does what Kellen Moore's doing right now and Dave Canales. Neither of those guys were going to ever get hired unless to a shitty team. Like Dave Canales, the only team who would hire him were the Panthers. He took that job, and relatively, he's doing well. He won the division last year. He gave the Rams a hard time in the wild card. He almost beat them. He just fell short, though. Kellen Moore, nobody wanted that Saints job. Complete other fucking dumpster fire. They have somewhat of a good thing going. Tyler Shuck, he looked good last year. See if that can continue. But with Jordan Tyson going down for 2 months, which sucks, and I wanted Jordan Tyson, I still would have picked Jordan Tyson. That really sucks for the Saints. And then now Chris Olave, he went down today. So they could be down their two best wide receivers. That's not good for them. But still, Kellen Moore, really good coach, really good play caller. If he can get the best out of Jalen Hurts, he can do anything. So I hope Mike LaFleur does more of the same, but he's got Jacoby Brissett. That's the problem. And then you have Carson Beck, who I don't believe in Sid from Ice Age. I really don't. I did not want them getting Carson Beck, but it's whatever. Let's see. Still don't understand the Steelers not signing Malik Wilson. Just see what happens. I mean, I guess, but I get the Steelers really need that quarterback though. At least if this Drew Aller thing blows up in their face and the I just mentioned the other quarterback, Drew Aller and come on, Will Howard. That's it. Maybe they could suck and get a top 10 pick, but still, they still have a really good defense. I still think Malik Wilson are better than those two, but it's whatever. It just is what it is. I heard someone say about Tomlin, he doesn't lose. Guy responds, he doesn't win either. Again, he's just mediocre as fuck. I couldn't stand Mike Tomlin. I can't. And I've had people crying at me like he sucks. That's all he is. I don't want to be mediocre. I don't want to fucking go to playoffs and get my ass whooped every year. So again, it's like when I hear Giant fans fucking complain, it's like, oh, I wish we were the Steelers. They win. They were consistent. Fuck consistency. The goal of this league is to win a motherfucking Super Bowl. That's the damn goal. And Mike Tomlin's overrated ass won his one Super Bowl, and I did a video on this with the Mike Tomlin. The Giants should stay away from Mike Tomlin. He only had one starter out of the 22 in that 2008 season. The rest of them were Bill Cowher guys. That's it. That's why I 100% did not want Mike Tomlin. I still didn't want Harbaugh either, but I certainly did not want Mike Tomlin. I would have been fucking pissed if we would have hired Mike Tomlin. That shit would have been stupid to me. Like I said, I know the Steelers, and they do not like the Mike McCarthy hire. I'd so rather have Mike McCarthy than fucking Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's specialty is supposed to be defense, and his fucking defense is getting cooked every postseason. Cooked. You have Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell putting up numbers, only to give up 35 fucking points against Blake Bortles. Like, you're supposed to be this defensive guru, this defensive specialist, and he's getting fucking burnt. That's why I just never liked Mike Tomlin. And also, just constantly losing to the Patriots also. For as much shit as people want to give Eli, oh, Ben Roethlisberger is so much better than Eli. Really? If he's so much better than Eli, how come he couldn't beat the Patriots in the playoffs once? Like, I hate when people consistently say, oh, well, Ben Roethlisberger's not in the same class. Eli's not in the same class as Ben Roethlisberger. Get the fuck out of my face. These fucking Ben Roethlisberger nut huggers and people who don't fucking look at the full picture of what Eli had to deal with the constant failure that was Jerry Reese, the most overrated fucking loser general manager this franchise has ever had in its history. That Jerry Reese wasted Eli Manning's second half of his career, and he's not a Hall of Famer right now. I blame Jerry Reese. At least Ben Roethlisberger had a good fucking general manager. Philip Rivers had a consistent talent. Philip Rivers just couldn't get it done. Ben Roethlisberger and Mike Tomlin just couldn't get it done. I would have killed for those general managers. But no, we get stuck with fucking Jerry Reese that can't do shit. Fucking derailed Eli, giving him Eric Flowers to get him killed. Giving him fucking trash-ass Eli Apple, Evan Ingram, Justin Pugh, who was average. Odell Beckham instead of Zach Martin to protect them. David Wilson, a running back that got hurt, which I don't really blame Reese for David Wilson, but still, it's just bullshit. Stacked 2011 draft class, Prince Arukamara, the fuck out of here. I fucking hate Jerry Reese. And then to top it all off, Jerry Reese could have traded a 4th-round pick for All-Pro Hall of Fame tight end Tony Gonzalez, and he doesn't do it. Oh, I think he's too old. Fucking Jerry Reese. I hate Jerry Reese. I hate Jerry Reese. I hate Jerry Reese. And I did make a video because Tom Rock of Newsday, I believe. It's time to put Jerry Reese in the Ring of Honor. Jerry Reese should be nowhere near the Ring of Honor. It's this motherfucker's fault. Eli's not a Hall of Famer right now. All Jerry Reese's fault. All 100% of it. Ernie, of course, he gave this man the primary positions, quarterback, defensive end, corner, with Corey Webster. All Jerry Reese had to do was the simple things. He couldn't fucking do it. It fucking makes me sick. Eli should have been a second ballot Hall of Famer, and he's not, because Jerry Reese was that much of a clusterfuck for 9 years with this franchise. God, man. No, but again, so back to the Tomlin thing, that comment. He's just mediocre. You're never going to really suck with Mike Tomlin. And even in 2020, he said to Chase Young, I could never suck enough to draft a prospect like you. See, that again, that's the fucking problem, Mike Tomlin. And then people want to shit on the fans want to shit on the general manager. Oh, well, maybe the general manager should trade up in the draft. You know how fucking hard it is to trade up from being like 18th to 20th in the mid-20s and trade up? Like, these fans think it's that easy. No team in their right mind, if you're picking top 5, even top 10, want to trade down that far unless you're absolutely getting fucking robbed, which you can't do. How about lose some fucking games, Mike? And again, I know that's not it's not the coach's job and the player's job to lose games. It's not. But that's when the front office needs to come in and fucking bench people. And they just never do, because they always think they're fucking competitive, are the Steelers. It's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Trade up. People are idiots. The team you want to trade up with is desperate for a quarterback. I mean, yeah, again, I know that you try to tell people that, oh, just trade up. Just trade up. If I'm picking 7th overall, I don't want to fucking be 19th or 20th. Hell, take the Giants 2022 draft, for example. We traded down. No, 2021, I'm sorry. 2021. We were picking, what was it, 10th overall or whatever? We traded down the Bears, got a whole bunch of fucking draft capital just to miss out on Parsons, miss out on Slater. And then we picked Kadarius Toney, who fucking sucked, and then we picked Neal. That's my point. Like, It's not the general manager's fault. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not. In that instance, it's not their fault. It's only their fault, though, not telling the coach, you're benching these players. That is on the general manager. That is on the front office. But during the draft, no. That I'm sorry, I can't. I don't like when fans do that. NFL fans have some weird obsession with trading shit. Yeah. But people need to remember when you're trading up, it's gotta work out. It's gotta work out. And unless you're trading up high, which the Steelers need to do to get a quarterback, which that's never gonna happen unless they lose. I mean, and if we're being completely honest, in the 2004 draft, they shouldn't have even have been in position to get Ben Roethlisberger. They got Ben Roethlisberger. They got very, very lucky. If that 2004 draft was 20 years later, they would never have gotten Ben Roethlisberger in the fucking first place. They have no idea how lucky they were to even do that. No quarterback like Ben Roethlisberger is ever falling to 11th unless they have serious off-the-field problems or a major injury. But that's just how people think. It's like this. The NFL back then is not now. You're not getting a quarterback like him in the top, below the top 10. You're not benching your quarterback for 5 years like you could back then, like Alex Smith and shit. That's not happening at all. These guys have to play immediately or play half through the season, or it's a bust. And again, I just feel bad because I think quarterbacks need that development, but that's just not the NFL today. 100% just not the NFL today at the end of the day. Oh, shit. No, but it's like I understand how Steeler fans feel. I get it. And then Brown fans. I feel bad for Brown fans. I really do. They can't get the quarterback right at all. No matter how hard they try, they can't get it right. They thought Shedeur Sanders was going to be the answer. Johnny Manziel was going to be the answer. Now, I came to Ohio 8 years ago. I moved here 8 years ago, so I don't know how this place was with Johnny Manziel and shit like that. Brian Hoyer, they had fucking Deshaun Kaiser. So I wasn't here personally for that, but they should have just kept Baker. I will say one thing, though. Deshaun Watson was so dominant. I agreed when they made that trade, making him the highest paid quarterback, all that guaranteed money. Deshaun Watson was fucking elite. But again, he was suspended a year and a half or whatever. No, he didn't play for like a year and a half, 2 years. Got suspended 1 year, and he was never the same again. I guess in his case, karma's a bitch. But I loved Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson. He was so fucking good, man. He was so damn good. If he would have just, stayed the fuck away from massage parlors, we wouldn't have had these problems. But Deshaun Watson was a fucking beast. This man should have went to the Super Bowl in 2020 or 2019, one of those years, when they had the 24-0 lead against the Kansas City Chiefs. But I understand getting rid of Baker because I never liked Baker to begin with. As much as in infamy now, my 2018 quarterback rankings went Rosen 1. Yeah, Rosen 1. Lamar Jackson 2. I love Lamar. Darnold 3. Baker 4. And then Josh Allen 5. And I was so fucking wrong on that. I was so wrong on everybody except for Lamar Jackson. The reason though of Rosen looked so good at UCLA. I thought he was going to be pro ready. I thought he was going to be all these things, but when it comes to quarterback, see, this is why I'm an offensive line guy. I stay the fuck away from quarterback. Josh Allen taught me that lesson. That's why I stay the fuck away from quarterback. It is hard to develop quarterback. But I thought Josh Rosen was going to be a fantastic quarterback, and it just didn't work out. His fucking attitude didn't work out. He wasn't coachable. He wasn't a team player, and he got figured out. And now I think works at Chase as a banker now. But I'm not afraid to admit I was wrong. I was wrong on Josh Allen. I apologize to Josh Allen. I didn't think Josh Allen was going to be shit. It made me very uncomfortable. This man couldn't hit the broadside of the fucking barn, but with good footwork and mechanics, you could fix accuracy, and I know that now. I didn't know that in 2018, and I can admit I was wrong. I'm not always right. And I don't want to always be right. I want to be wrong. Like, if the Giants draft a player I don't like, I hope they prove me wrong. Like, I have no problems admitting I was wrong. I was wrong on Rosen. Hell, I was even wrong on Darnold, I guess, to a point. Like, I had him third, but he won a Super Bowl. He's the first quarterback in that draft to win a Super Bowl. So I was wrong on Darnold, too. And Matt, if you're still in the chat, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to say that, but I know that's killing you inside. I am a Fresno State fan. He begged them to go there, wrote them letters. They told him to fuck off. Oh, my God. Jesus. For people who don't like Josh Rosen, I get it. And he deserves all the criticism. He did that shit to himself. Not being a team player, not being accountable, being an asshole. And that's just what happens. And then Baker Mayfield, I just hated the cocky attitude. I know a lot of people like that shit. I don't. I like my quarterback to be more reserved, quiet. Again, like Eli Manning. That's just what I grew up on, though. I'm not used to, even Jackson Dart, but like, I'm not used to the cocky, arrogant, like, confidence showing through the wall. I'm not used to that shit. I'm used to Eli. I'm so used to Eli because that's what I grew up on. But I mean, Jackson Dart's he's confident. He's not really cocky and arrogant. But I will say, throwing a ball at your teammate's helmet when he got a pick six off of you, that pissed me off. I know a lot of people didn't think that was a big deal. I don't like that shit. You can't do that because you're mad you threw a pick because you're not getting the system. That shit pissed me off, and I would have punched him in his fucking face if I was Greg Newsom. That was unacceptable. He has a super weird contract situation. I think he is worth $50 million, but he ain't getting it. I mean, $50 million a year is like average now for an NFL quarterback. So I would fuck it. If I'm Tampa Bay, I would pay him. What else are you doing? I mean, like, what else are you doing? Like, Baker Mayfield got you to the divisional round. I think, honestly, like the Tampa Bay team's just shit. They lost Mike Evans. And again, the NFC side, I didn't have time to do the show on my other channel. I have no respect for the NFC side. I think I had three 6-win teams between the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Saints. Not the Saints, and the Bucs. That was the other one. I just don't think Tampa's very good. Like, they don't have Evans anymore. Godwin's a walking injury. Cade Otton's okay at tight end. Their offensive line's still good. Like, Tristan Wirfs is a fucking beast, man. Absolute fucking beast, without a doubt. Their train of thought is he was on several teams and nobody is paying him anywhere near that. I mean, I don't see why a team wouldn't, though. These quarterback desperate teams will pay him. If he leaves Tampa Bay, he's gonna get paid by somebody. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he gets let go and the Jets want to pay him money, or what's another? The Falcons. The Falcons could pay him money because honestly, the Falcons roster is good too. Like the Falcons roster is fucking awesome if you look at it. Bijan Robinson, you have Drake London, you have Kyle Pitts, who's a good tight end. They have a good offensive line. They have James Pearson, Javon Walker. They have AJ Terrell, Avion Terrell, Jesse Bates. They have a good fucking roster. They just have no quarterback. They're like the Jets. The Falcons have no quarterback. If they get a quarterback, they're the best team in that division by far. Honest to God, like, I love the Falcons roster, and I feel so bad for them. So I have some people who moved to Georgia that we're New Yorkers that root for the Giants and Falcons. I feel bad for the Falcons. Because, yeah, Penix is absolutely terrible. Penix fucking sucks. I never liked Michael Penix. And to be honest, I'm just not a fan of left-handed quarterbacks in general because very, very rarely do they work out. Constantly people want to say people want to say Steve Young. Yeah, but who's going to be Steve Young? And also what people forget is Steve Young sucked at the beginning of his career. He really didn't start being a good quarterback until his 30s. So I don't really like the Steve Young comparison either. And also, he had a stacked team around him. So it's like Michael Vick, great athlete, just that the dogfighting really fucked his career up. I think he could have been really good, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of left-handed quarterbacks. And even like Boomer Esiason, yeah, got the Bengals to a Super Bowl, but rather than him, like left-handed quarterbacks, they just don't work out. I don't like how a left-handed quarterback throws the ball. I'd rather my quarterback just be a righty. And then not to mention, if you have a left-handed quarterback, your right tackle has to be the blind side. Again, I just don't like that shit at all. So, again, I hope the Falcons do get a quarterback. They're a team I could very easily see Baker Mayfield sign to if he becomes a free agent, if that happens. There are no slots. The draft is stacked. I mean, honestly, the Falcons have a better chance at sucking than the Jets do. Because, yes, Geno Smith's trash. But I'd rather have Geno Smith than what the fuck the Falcons have right now. Like, they don't even have Kirk Cousins anymore. I mean, let me see who even... Oh, Tua. Yeah, nah, they're going to suck. Yeah, nah, they're going to suck. Tua's a walking concussion. And another fucking lefty quarterback that sucks. Never liked Tua. I mean, I could see the Falcons sucking, but their roster is good. They get that quarterback, the league could be in trouble. They get an Arch Manning, they get a C.J. Carr, Dante Moore, and I'm not even mentioning Julian Sayin because again, I fucking live here. Julian Sayin sucks. Julian Sayin might be the worst, most overrated quarterback in the CFL. Like, I have a saying here. I'm just saying he sucks. Julian Sayin's literally awful. I'm just saying he sucks. Fucking horrible. Fucking absolutely horrible. I feel bad for Ohio State fans because he sucks. He couldn't hit the side of the barn. He is awful. Man has you have Jeremiah Smith can't win a championship. It just fucking sucks. Just, again, dog shit. Absolutely dog shit. So let me see what else. Rosen. Baker, you knew he would get it done with the game on the line. Again, I'm not the biggest college football watcher. Unless it's to see the prospects, I'll more watch college football in January. Technically, I am an LSU fan, but I'm a casual LSU fan. I just don't really care. But, I mean, just shit, though. Just absolutely shit. Oh, man. No, so the point is, like, the Steelers need to suck, but they're not going to. I feel bad for the Ravens with the, Daniel Faalele thing because they had to suffer under him for years. The Browns, I feel bad for because I live near a lot of Brown and Steeler fans. The fucking Browns aren't doing anything with Shedeur Sanders. The Bengals, I'm on a Dexter Lawrence hate watch, so fuck the Bengals. I still think, though, if Joe Burrow is healthy, he's going to make the playoffs. He's going to make the Super Bowl. I think the Bengals would make the Super Bowl. I had them versus the Rams in my Super Bowl for my pick, with the Rams winning it, just because the Rams are absolutely fucking fantastic. But let's see what else. So that's the AFC North. The AFC South, just a joke. The whole AFC South, except the Texans, is a joke. If the Texans don't win this division this year, I'm going to be pissed off at the Texans, particularly C.J. Stroud. Because that Houston Texans defense they have an elite championship contending defense, but CJ Stroud wants to be some bullshit because this man doesn't want to learn NFL lingo. He wants to use his Ohio State lingo. And that's why they fired Kevin Slowick, which makes me mad because Kevin Slowick was not wrong. CJ Stroud needs to fucking get over himself, get off his high horse, and fucking learn the NFL. That's why he's been some dog shit ever since he left. But if CJ Stroud, he just needs to be a game manager. If he can just be a game manager, he'll do well. And the team will thrive. Because that defense is so good. Will Anderson, Daniil Hunter, Caden McDonald now, Lassiter, Stingley. See on the top of Jalen Petrie. That Houston Texans defense is awesome. And I was a big Will Anderson fan coming out, and I wanted the Cardinals to pick him 3rd overall in the 23 draft. They ended up trading down, and it worked out for them because they got what's his name, Paris Johnson Jr., who is not a bad left tackle by any means, but Will Anderson Jr. is just an animal, certified beast. Houston, to me, they have the best defense in the league just because they have the pass rusher over the Eagles' defense. They don't really have that certified pass rusher, but the Houston Texans have 2 of them: Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson. I mean, like, shit. Like, Jackson Dart had to play the Vikings defense last year. I'm scared shitless for the fucking Texans defense and the Rams defense as well. Andrew Thomas versus Myles Garrett, and then that Houston Texans defense is just fucking insane, though. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else really to talk about, because I've been on here 2 hours. Dart lit up the Broncos. Yup, absolutely lit up the fucking Broncos. And I'm also on a Denver Broncos hate watch. I hate the Broncos more than anybody else this fucking season. I cannot wait to see the Broncos fall on their fucking face and win 8 or 9 games this year. Because honestly, their schedule and that shit last year, they should not have been a 14-win team. And it makes me mad we lost that game. And also, their fan base are assholes as well. And their fan base makes me sick because they think Bum Nix is a good quarterback. Oh, they're going to learn. They're going to find out. They're going to fuck around and find out, and I can't wait for it. I'm here for it. Fuck the Denver Broncos. Fuck their fan base. And fuck Bum Nix. Like, I have nothing against Bo Nix personally, but fuck that fan base. 100% fuck that fan base. They pissed me off so bad on Twitter last year in my comment section. Fuck them. They didn't even deserve to win the divisional round last year. If Josh Allen didn't completely choke out of his mind, they would have lost that shit too. Fucking Luke. I just can't. Fucking Broncos, man. I'm so mad we lost that game. Dart was cooking them. Our whole team was cooking them, and then the defense just decided to shit itself. And then everyone wants to get pissed at Dart for throwing 1 pick. Yeah, he drew 1 pick, but yet this fucking defense can't make a stop. Allows 33 points in a quarter and 25 points in 8 minutes. Get the fuck out of here. Absolutely 100% get the fuck out of here. And I'm pissed we don't play them until 4 years later. Fuck the Broncos. Fuck the Broncos. Everyone just keeps overhyping this team like they're going to do shit. Like the fucking Bills are better than them. The Houston Texans are better than them. The Patriots are better than them. The fucking Chiefs, when they have Mahomes, are better than them. The fucking Chargers are better than them when they have their offense. I just can't wait until the Broncos and their fan base gets what they deserve, especially Nick Bumnito and fucking Jonathan Cooper as well. Can't wait for it. I just can't wait for it because I'm sick of the Broncos. The only 2 things I like on the Denver Broncos are Sean Payton, because once a Giant, always a Giant, being our offensive coordinator in the mid-2000s, and Patrick Surtain. Because also, if it was not for Patrick Surtain, that fucking defense is not what it is. Bumnito doesn't have the time to get to the quarterback, neither does Cooper. I love Patrick Surtain. I am so sorry he's on that trash-ass fucking Broncos team. But I can't wait to see them fall, though. That's going to make me happy. That's going to make me excited. Like 100%. Fuck the fucking Broncos. With the most hated, meanest fucking fuck you to the Denver Broncos. I cannot stand their ass. I almost hate them as much as I do the Philadelphia Eagles, and that's saying a lot. But that's how much that fan base got under my skin last year. They really fucking pissed me off. Absolutely 100% just pissed me off. You're like, holy fucking crap, man. Oh, man. But regardless, though, I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to head out. Been doing this for 2 hours and 15 minutes. This has been a great stream. I want to talk about the Giants more, but mainly there's just nothing to talk about right now. Not until the season, at least. Like, I just can't wait. Thank you, Joe Ferries, for being part of the stream. Thank you as well, Matt, for coming on in. Hopefully we get more people soon, so be nice. Tell people about my streams and shit. Tell them the channel's active. I really would like to have more people in here to have more conversations. Honestly, it's gonna be fun though. But regardless, the next time I make a video is probably gonna be the joint practice because that actually does matter. So I'll probably make one Thursday night, have it posted Friday maybe, or maybe Thursday night. It just depends of YouTube, all that shit. But again, really until the joint practice, I'm gonna probably still try to do at least like one live stream a week. Just more get used to this with the screens and all this shit and stuff, things like this. Just try and get used to everything. So when I do live streams during the season, they're really good. But I just hope to get more people in these. Be nice. Maybe I could get some guests on, things like that. I know some people want to talk to me on this, so that would be cool. But again, just it's one day at a time. I'm not expecting this channel to blow up. I mean, hell, I got like 50-something subscribers last year, so at the end of the day, I just can't wait for it. Can't wait to have people on here. I just can't wait for Giants football. I really can't. I love Giants football more than anything in the world. Absolutely. It's just so much fun for me to do this. Doing this last year, I didn't even realize I was going to be fully committed to this, but after that Washington game that really pissed me off, I'm like, yeah, I got to do this. I really got to do this, but I just can't wait. Thank you guys for coming to the live stream and all that good stuff. So tell your friends, tell other content creators, people on there. Be nice. Just get more people in here. But until next time, thank you for watching, and I'm out, and peace.